Well, hello. I hope you've all had a lovely break, and I guess you're really pleased to hear my lovely voice over the airwaves, or whatever you call it. And today we are looking at how the War of the Roses ends. So it's following on from the stuff that you were looking at before Easter. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a recap about the War of the Roses, based on what we've done so far. So on your worksheet that you've got there, task 1, you should have a little grid, which is your bingo sheet. Yeah, 2 little ducks, quack quack. And all you need to do is I'm going to play some information. And when you hear something mentioned, for example, the House of York, when it's said, you put a little cross next to it. Yeah, so you just need to try and fill your bingo card and shout house. Obviously, no one will be able to hear you say it, but it's all good fun, etc. So watch and listen carefully. Remember, it's a video, so you can pause it, you can go back and rewind it and watch it as many times as you want. Let's play bingo! So as you'll remember, the War of the Roses broke out between two powerful houses. You've got the House of York and the House of Lancaster, both represented by a rose. The House of York represented by a white rose, and the House of Lancaster represented by a red rose. Now the thing was that both houses believed they had a genuine claim to the throne. Oh, not that type of throne. That's better. The traditional one that monarchs sit on. And after the mysterious disappearance of the princes in the tower, the young prince's uncle, Richard from the House of York, became king. Now called King Richard III, he led the fight against Henry, the Earl of Richmond from the House of Lancaster. The War of Roses then came to an end in 1485 after 30 years of fighting. Later on in this video we'll find out how. So pause the video there, make sure you've completed your bingo card, and if you haven't, go back, have a look through the information and find it. If you have, go on to the next task. Right, so we're going to have a look at what happened between Richard and Henry, and to do that you're going to complete a closed paragraph. So on your worksheet there you should have task 2, which is a paragraph with some words missing, and below that paragraph you've got a word bank to help you if you need it. To find out what words go where, you need to watch the next section of the video and fill out the missing words using the word bank provided. Now if you get through the clip and you've got some words missing, remember you can rewatch and you can pause it whenever you want and take your time with it. So let's go through the information now. So Richard III, remember, he's from the House of York. His reign lasted for around 2 years, but it was a very turbulent time. In 1485, Henry from the House of Lancaster arrived to help fight against Richard. So the final showdown took place at a place called Bosworth in Leicestershire, and the two armies squared up to one another. After a lot of hand-to-hand combat, many people who were part of Richard's army decided that they'd had enough of Richard and decided to switch sides, and instead moved over and started to fight for Henry instead. There they go, hopping across there. Eventually, Richard was killed in battle, and his crown was found, and it was left hanging in a thorn bush on the battlefield. So there we go. Again, pause the video there. If you've not completed all the words, simply go back, rewatch the little section again, and identify any words that you might have missed. If not, carry on forward. So we're moving on to the third task now, and this is, you're going to create a timeline about what happened at the Battle of Bosworth. So you will have been given a pack of information, a PowerPoint presentation with information about what happened at Bosworth, and I want you to create a timeline of the events that led to Richard's death. You can do the timeline in whatever way you want, but I mean, it could look something like this, with information going in a chronological order. You could even add images to your timeline to make it that little bit more interesting and to help it stick in the brain. I've also provided on the worksheet there some of the events that occurred. You don't have to use them as they are on the sheet. You can use them however you want, and obviously you can add in extra. They're just there to sort of help structure if you need that little bit of extra support. So now you've got the completed timeline. I need you to write a P paragraph to explain why the War of the Roses ended. So it might be an idea to pause it here on this screen, and there are some sentence starters to help you for the point, for the evidence, and they explain. And of course, don't feel that you only have to write one paragraph. If you've got other ideas that you want to explore, write 2 or 3. And that brings us to the end of the lesson. I hope you've kind of enjoyed it, or whatever. I don't know, as much as you can. There just remains to do a big shout out to the 7 EFO, of course, in the house. Make some noise. I hope you're all keeping yourselves safe. Bye for now.